The secure effect is now going fully into video versus written Substack form because the world is very inundated with AI writing, and I want to be as much face to face and human to human and heart to heart as possible. So May in the Secure Effect is all about spiritual connection. And what I mean by that is not necessarily all about God or energy, but at the end of the day, we are energetic beings, and the way that we connect with the world is through energy, through where we're in vibration or synchrony with an energy that draws us in, right? Like attracts like attracts like, but also opposites can attract. And so we attract different energies into our world to help us see perspective and grow. And so this month, it's really working us to anchor into this infinite source of the world, of our higher purpose, of our interconnectedness, because we aren't alone. And a big part of my belief is that healing happens when we realize we're not as alone as we think, and healing has become really isolated in our world. We feel often very isolated in our own journeys and unable to feel like completely understood. And that's because we each have our own beautiful mosaic of background and life experiences. But to really kick off this week, this first week of the Secure Effect in this month, I invite you to drop into a free meditation and sound healing around this anchor point, around diving deeper into the earth, because oftentimes we think of spiritual connection as this like popping up and out into the heavens and into the ethers and coming up into these like quantum realms. And it's like, you might resonate with this, you might not, but we can think of spiritual connection as like popping up. And one of the most spiritual things we can do as human beings is to root into our human form. We are 3D humans. We are on this earth for a reason. And so can we make our experience of being human the most spiritual thing ever, to see spirit in each other, to see spirit in the leaves, the buds, in the birds, in the pain and in the joy, all of it, right? Can we see spirit in everything, and that we're all so interconnected? And so whether you are wanting to dive into more of the spiritual connection within dating this month, or really you are single, you're looking to open yourself up to connection, you're looking to shift anxious or avoidant or disorganized attachment, and you're looking to really call in connection that is just like spiritually yummy, then this month has some great prompts for you, some great suggestions. This month is great for couples who are wanting to deepen their emotional, spiritual intimacy, to create more space for each other, to feel understood in your spiritual background, to really deepen trust, because a big part of spiritual connection is finding trust and like that anchor point in something bigger. And by weaving that together, you deepen your secure attachment. I see secure attachment as 3 parts: our relationship with self, our relationship to the divine, and then our heart opens and we can really open up secure attachment with another person. But it doesn't happen if we don't have that connection to something greater or to ourselves. We will only go as far with another person as we are willing to travel internally with ourselves. And so this month is really about releasing your control mechanisms and opening your heart more, and doing that in our connection with spirit. And therefore, some journal prompts or some suggestions for you, at least this week, is, I'm going to read this off. What does spirituality, or even just the word of like connection, mean to me? And where did those beliefs come from? Where did I learn what connection meant? And I maybe learned what connection meant by disconnection. I might have learned that this feels disconnected, so therefore connection means this. And this is something I resonate with. Connection or love maybe felt chaotic. That doesn't actually feel loving to me. Therefore, if I felt a lack of availability in my home, then love must mean full availability. If this is love and you say you love me, but it doesn't feel good, then what do I need to do on the exact opposite side of the spectrum? And so we can learn connection, or we can learn spirit through something that might have not felt so spiritual, might not felt so connected, and therefore we're wanting to search for these opportunities for more love, more connection, more feeling of being held by the divine or God or source or the infinite. And so if you have a religious background, this might have been or may still be a journey for you to figure out, to rewrite what is spirit, what is a higher power, what is God, what is source. And we are constantly being met with an opportunity to rewrite that through our relationship with our bodies, ourselves, our minds, nature, the people around us. Can we see all of it as this interconnection to God? We are expressions of God. And as we, you can fill in a different word for that, as we tap into seeing God in all that life is showing us, we have this opportunity to invite God in more, for God to move deeper through us so that we can be more pure expressions of his word, of the pure form of love, of her word, of her form of being the most infinite mother and holding us and nurturing us. And so it's all interconnected. And so this month, I hope that you feel you can drop deeper into your connection with self, into this infinite source, into this interconnectedness and this web that we are all in the world. And so I invite you to start this month off by really asking yourself, what does that connection look like for you, and how maybe are you invited in this specific phase of your life to deepen that connection with yourself and with the source or with divine or with your higher power, your higher purpose, and the reason you really feel you are meant to be on this planet. Can you ask for more clarity from that, more love, more peace in your path in this life and in this present moment? So big love to you.